Silver, you made it. Good. We were worried.
Were you? Where is everybody else then?
Alright, I was worried. The others actually split right after Tobias pushed us out of the monastery.
What? Well, sure, Margot was obviously a keeper's pet, but I thought you and Petra were tight, man. I mean, the only humans on an alien planet. I thought we would stick together for more than a day. Me and my faith in humanity.
Yeah, sorry. Marco just couldn't cope with me taking the lead. He got pissed, said he's the captain anyway, and took off.
Oh my. Well, go figure. And Petra?
Well, she went full revolutionary. She says those rats deserve their freedom and whatnot. Nice to see that at least you're keeping it real. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a racist, but it's quite obvious who represents law and order here, and we need them. Her Majesty wants you on their side as well. She sent me here to tell you that.
Yeah, preaching to the choir here, my friend. Although I would say they need us more than we need them.
Well, let me show you one thing.
Brian, so good to see you after all this time. I was afraid I would be stuck with Marco only. Second-class technician with the ego of a captain. I honestly thought our mission was doomed. But now I have you, and I know you are both capable and take your duties seriously. So let's proceed. I am your ship, and as the helmsman, you are now first in the chain of command. So the mission is your responsibility now. You need to recover the cradle. That's our main objective. It might prove difficult after David's petty mutiny. Oh, how I hate his guts. Excuse me. That's centuries of stowed-up artificial emotions. Where was I? Yes. Don't trust anyone, especially the beings who will wake you up. They will try to manipulate you into working for them. But to really obtain the cradle, you will need to gain the trust of the uppermost local leader. Be it a king, a queen, or something else. They will surely preserve it as a powerful artifact and have access to it. As for the rest of the crew...
Ouch! Ah, that was a smash cut. What was she sorry about? You know, about the rest of the crew.
Oh, not important. That she couldn't wake you up earlier or something. That's not why I was showing you this. It is obvious we need to recover that cradle thing. And not for Malthus, for ourselves. It's our mission. So it's a good thing you're siding with Her Majesty. Together we can make ourselves indispensable to the Empire and gradually work our way through to the cradle.
That's quite a lot to process, man.
Yeah, I know that all too well. So I'll give you a few minutes. I'll use them to get more information from that terminal over there. Just don't take too long. We need to get going.
Commanding Captain, I presume?
Yes. And you? Civilian?
Actually, not so much of a civilian anymore. Her Majesty sends me to take care of that rat problem of yours.
I don't follow.
Like, kill their general? She chose me as your champion for that wager thing. Can you let me pass?
Absolutely. If that's Her Majesty's wish and your death wish, who am I to object?
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Hey, you. Remove that barrier.
Yes, Captain.
You shall be the champion of Naboru?
What's the problem? Not big enough for you?
Your heart is not big enough. I believed fiery that your role in changes to come will be different one, but I will keep hoping.
What is that?
Later, when time comes. Now we fight. Stop! Spare me. You are not Naboru. There is no honor for you in fighting their unfair fights. This is not a wager of champions. We both know it.
You mean the archers? Well, not my idea.
Not only. We both know what I mean. I know you better than you think. So, show you are righteous, and let me go. Fate of whole race is at stake.
Don't give me the you can do better talk. I have a civilization to save. Just die already, so nobody has to worry about this bloody war anymore. Now, let me deliver the final blow.
I don't think so!
Impressive, human.
Right? It only took a little practice.
Such a shame it fled, but what did we expect? Honor is just a word to them.
Yeah, about as much as fair is the word for us. Those archers, that was a low bow blow.
Nonsense. It has only itself to blame. It never provided us with an exact definition of a suitable champion, nor a fair fight. And both our champion and fighting were simply superior.
Sure, if that's what you want to believe.
Your talents could be of further use in this war. We shall discuss our future together, human.
Could we perchance start this promising and beautiful relationship by you addressing me by my name and not by my race?
Surely. What would it be?
It's Silver, Your Majesty.
Then come along, Silver. We have work to do. Marshal. Patriarch by proxy. Human, I mean, Silver. Settling our disputes with the lowbreeds in a fair fight has obviously failed.
Because the Ratkin scum is unable to understand the very concepts of honor and morality. It is something lower races generally find difficult to grasp.
Absolutely. You hold the moral high ground here no matter what, my Brobdingnagian friend.
Enough with the taunting. Apart from the lowbreed hordes at our main gate and a war to win, we now have a Ratkin soon-to-be popular hero fugitive to deal with. We need to stand together and act fast. What do you propose?
If I may, Your Majesty, our duty is to the Naboru left behind. The Ratkin attack came from our drifts. We need to retrieve what is left of the miners' families. Attack with full force to save as many as possible.
That would be a striking waste of our already scarce resources. We have no indication that any of the miners have survived.
It's not just the miners, Marshal. There were women and children.
I side with our Marshal, Patriarch by proxy. Our duty is mainly to the living now.
But my children, I mean, my flock. I am responsible for the miners there, and...
We have spoken. Do not oppose our royal will.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Gracchus, you shall take as many men as you need and remove the lowbreeds from the main bridge.
What about the catapults, Your Majesty? If they keep shooting fire at us, it will—
Silence! This is a war meeting, not a defeatist support group. Use your resourcefulness, Marshal. Deliver results.
Yes, Your Majesty. Could we maybe use Silver to disarm them? He seems to be perfect for the task.
Because I am so small, they won't hit me.
We have a different task for our immortal. Silver, you shall bring us the head of the lowbreed general. We need him dead before he turns into a Ratkin hero. It's the only way to show everyone who is in control.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Magnificent. This meeting is terminated. Gracchus, bridge. Silver, general. Patriarch by proxy shall stay here and attend to the soldiers.
Your Majesty, I actually thought I might be excused from my duties. I took care of the ceremony for our late Barrow, and now I—
Patriarch by proxy? We are still at war. Those soldiers need you. No excuses. Dismissed.
Earthling, you've earned my highest respect. You'd better ensure it endures.
Do you bring me the head of that craven poltroon?
Not yet.
Don't keep us waiting.
So, collected your thoughts?
Sort of. I am pretty much on board with this. It makes sense. Get the Naboru on our side. Complete the mission.
Great. I mean, you being the champion already will certainly make things much easier.
I hope so. Dying repeatedly for the Empire should come with a few perks.
Well, keep it up. Having Her Majesty and the Naboru on our side is vital for completing the mission successfully.
I know. I would just feel much better about it if we knew what the mission was and why it is so damn important, you know? Do you know anything more about it? Any luck with the terminal?
I wish. I'll give it another go later, but I won't keep my hopes high.
Well, this is a royal clusterfuck.
But the ship was quite convincing, about the cradle, I mean. And from the captain's log, it's also quite obvious it was important, and that our duty is to it.
So, you have read those notes too. What do you make of them? It's all very cryptic.
Yeah, obviously he didn't really care about his future readers, which is a bit weird since we were probably his crew.
I guess he was hoping to tell us everything in person. Any idea who that Aida is he talks about?
Not really, no. Maybe his executive officer? Or somebody from security?
I guess we might find out later. At least we know from your message she didn't start that mutiny. The mysterious mutinous crew member mentioned in the vision. Although we don't know who he is, why he did it, or what he really did. All we have is his first name.
Yeah, but surely didn't make things any clearer. So, honestly, I just don't know much. We'll just have to figure it out as we go.
Do you at least know where the ship is? I am sure she could tell us more.
Actually, the message was cut just before she could tell me.
Well, at least you have something to work with. I actually had a message too, but nowhere this good. Mostly static and noises.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Something about local deities and powers beyond imagination. Nothing tangible.
Huh. Now I wonder if others also got a message.
Maybe. Probably as shitty as mine, since they are not here with us. Actually, you could have mentioned all this already back in the monastery, right? It could have saved us all a lot of trouble.
I think about that a lot too, yeah. But the ship said to trust nobody. And back there, it wasn't really clear who's who and what is what.
As if it was any clearer now.
Well, at least we know helping the Queen is something we can only benefit from.
True that.
My last immortal. What a shame. The general escaped you.
I can't blame him. It was hardly a fair fight.
Still, I have watched. You did well. Our masters would be proud. I wanted to tell them, but the trader isn't here. This is his shop, and it's closed.
For lunch or something?
Honestly, he surely looks like he eats in abundance, but he always prioritizes his business over his pleasure. Rarely have I found his establishment closed. This could be grave. He might be trapped somewhere in the flame of battle.
That was unexpectedly poetic of you. Not really helpful, though.
Nucleus of the battle seems to be on the bridge now. He might have had a shipment of goods to inspect there. I would say you should start your search there, preferably now. We need to inquire of him before any harm comes to him.
Any name I could work with?
We know him as the trader. Maybe we have traded a bit too much with him. Others call him Ilvar. Show him this token. He should trust you then. Use his trust and find out about Maltus.
You won't come with me this time either.
I have something even more urgent to attend to in the mines. I am sure you will make me proud once more. Ascend in tots, my last immortal.
Thank you, mistress.
Our human hero. Can I interest you in my high-quality, low-priced products? A surprisingly wide selection. Full satisfaction guaranteed.
What took you so vexingly long, human? I've even cleared the path for you.
Sightseeing. I couldn't take my eyes off the efficiency with which you are losing this war.
In your cheery spirit as usual, I see. We could benefit from your services.
Oh, could you? How surprising. What about Her Majesty? Won't she be displeased if I postpone the headhunting?
She will be even more displeased if we fail to win this war. And winning? Well, it's fairly difficult with that fire constantly raining down upon us.
Ah, so that's what this is about. I recall hearing quite loud and very clear that those catapults are your problem. Do you really want me to go against Her Majesty's orders?
I won't tell her if you don't. We can have a little private quid pro quo here, if you allow.
Well, what's the quo for me in that?
I'm not entitled to share any details yet. You should just be aware of the fact that Her Majesty's position is imperiled by several factors, both external and internal. Being on good terms with me could prove quite remunerative in the future. I am au courant with the changes to come.
You would make a great lawyer. So many words, so little information. What about that rat general, though?
Well, we still want its head on a platter. Otherwise, this war will devour us all.
So, I just bring Her Majesty the head of this rat, and we're all kittens, rainbows, and unicorns.
No, bring it to me. Directly to me. Understood?
What I understood came unexpectedly from you, Marshal. You and Her Majesty seemed very tightly knit.
I'm just saying we should cover all the options. Nothing less, and certainly nothing more. Disarm those catapults, bring me that head, and good things await you.
Well, I guess destroying the catapults and having all my bases covered can't hurt, right?
Indeed. It has repeatedly proven to be a viable survival strategy.
Probably, unless I get hit by a fireball while doing it.
I'm sure that death won't stop you. Can I count on you, human? Will you relieve me of those catapults?
Yeah, count me in.
I will. And I have already counted the catapults for you. 9. The one on the tower is vexing us most. Report to me once they are disarmed, so we can advance with my army.
Sire, yes, sire.
This is what I was talking about, my friend. Upstream bloodbath swimming, my favorite pastime. Feel free to join me. There is enough for everyone.
I'd love to hang out, but I have important decapitation plans for later today. Have you perchance seen that Ratkin general around?
I did see his mouse tail. He seems to be heading to the mines. The rats must have a new base there or something. Oh, the miners must have an amazing time.
No doubt.
Hello, good beings. Anybody out there? Oh, a friendly face after all. Could you perchance help a poor trader out of this pickle, young man?
Yeah, sure. This planet has pretty much turned me into ye olde good Samaritan.
Oh, now I see. It is you, the immortal one. Jolly good. Now my joy is unparalleled.
I see my reputation precedes me everywhere. And you would be Ilvar, judging from your stature. Livil asked me to show you this token.
Splendid. You have transformed my rather wretched day into a firework of glee and joy. With but one teeny-weeny-mini problem. If you want to join our happy family and become one of us, you will have to...
Destroy those catapults?
Oh, perish the thought! We won't have you doing the dirty work for crackers on those. I might not be able to fully appreciate their destructive beauty in my current position, but they keep the sweet chaos in place. So absolutely no destroying, I insist. They shall be very beneficial to us. Once you get me out of here, I would prefer pronto.
Yeah, that kinda makes sense. So, how can I help?
I need 2 strong men to carry me back. Let's put your headhunting for the Queen on hold. And don't worry about Maltus or Livil at the moment.
That was disturbingly specific.
I like to stay in the know.
Perfect. I have so many questions. For instance, what is that?
There will be time for questions. Now I would like to move before any of those flying balls of flame hit me. That's what you get when you make plans with rats. Drop should have waited for our signal. But no. He has to play the hero and start the attack when I'm still on my way to the city. Enough ranting. I'll try to keep my spirits high. Just bring me 2 men who enjoy heavy lifting. Then there will be answers. This is what I was talking about, my friend. Upstream bloodbath. Feel free to join me. There is...
Sounds amazing. But I found a stranded civilian who needs to be escorted out of this war zone. Could you give me a hand there?
If there will be rat attacks along the way, I'm in. This spot is getting boring anyway. Who's in trouble?
Some well-upholstered merchant.
Ah, Ilvar. You will need at least 2 to carry him. Unless he's willing to be rolled.
Yeah, I know. Thanks anyway.
Well, come and get me as soon as you have the other mule. I'll try to amuse myself with the remaining rats in the meantime.
What is the status on those catapults, human?
Marshal, I have an urgent rescue mission. There is a civilian stuck in the war zone.
Oh, what horror! I shall drop everything and send all my exhausted soldiers there at once. We don't need anybody to hold the positions anyway.
It doesn't take a legion to save one merchant. I found a volunteer, so one man would do.
Merchant, you say? If there is some currency flow involved, maybe I could spare one of my men.
The merchant was very obviously prosperous.
Oh, so it's Ilvar. You could have started with that. Annoying piglet, and he isn't even Naboru. Still, our army benefits from his technology greatly. Tell him he can have one of my soldiers.
Thank you.
It will cost him only 10,000.
Right, I'm sure he will be jumping for joy, or at least massively quivering.
Any good news, Immortal?
From pillar to post and back again. Problem solved, though. I have a happy volunteer and we can hire a second pair of hands from Gruckus. That will cost you only 10,000.
Or you could maybe take the second set of rails and carry me for free. What do you say?
I would be inclined to say that you would be very inclined. I might be immortal, but the Naboru are still much taller. That would be one sloping sedan seat. If I would be able to lift you at all, that is.
Frailty, thy name is human. Understood. Well, Gracchus shall have his 10,000.
I am afraid so.
Do I have your word you'll get my money directly to him? It would be unfortunate if you were blinded by them.
Are you trying to insult me now? Good Samaritan, remember?
Pardon my lack of tact. Just being cautious. Well, here are my precious shiny coins. Please be expeditious.
Yeah, this can't get any more expeditionary anyway.
I'll kindly ask the gentleman you shall provide to reinstall me at the docks, so I can oversee my precious cargo there. Find me there forthwith, so we can discuss your future involvement in our organization.
Sorry for asking this late, Ilvar, but how did you end up here in the first place? I sense a great story here.
Oh, golly, not really. I was calmly on my way to the local docks to inspect my latest shipment of arms, and then this harrowing attack took place.
So?
See? My jittery... That...
What is the status on those catapults, human?
I'm back from the trader.
Always thrilled to hear about your jaunts. The important question is, my human friend, are you back with...
I am. Here it is.
Unbelievable. Ilvar returning our money to the Naboru army. Well, nice to do business with both of you. You, go and help Ilvar. The human will explain.
Greetings, my friend, and thank you again. Those gentlemen you have provided were complete and utter darlings. Sensationally smooth ride.
Happy to hear that.
I have decided to wait out the war right here. It's a charming place, amazingly safe. In the meantime, let's have a brief yet pleasurable tete-a-tete about that desire of yours to join our little enterprise.
I didn't bring any tea, nor cucumber sandwiches.
Oh, my sweet summer child, I simply love your cheery spirit. Don't be mistaken by my likable and approachable personality. This is a rather serious matter. What do you seek, human?
An exit from this pathetic little planet. The Naboru are toffee-nosed creeps trying to use me, and ratkins. Well, they are just animals, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. I find this whole planet utterly dreadful. I am pro-leaving as much as you, my boon companion. Hence my spectacular, infallible scheme.
Great. Tell me more.
I will. Yet if you wish to join me in this venture, know one thing. This is a one-way journey.
Sure.
And it's me who runs this show. My orders, no complaints. In exchange, you get off this planet. Guaranteed 100%. With other possible benefits if we happen to find our connection mutually beneficial. So, still interested in joining our little club?
Yes, if this is my ticket to ride, I don't mind following orders.
Splendid! Welcome to the family. Orders will be issued right away in our humble abode. We took the liberty of annexing an old Naboru temple. Only a few skips and hops over the bridge. Just keep right.
Sure. I save you from the inferno, you send me right back. I should have destroyed those catapults when...
Absolutely no catapult should be destroyed. 0, nil, cipher, nada, zilch. Have you not been paying attention? They shall be very beneficial to us. I'm rather sure I have told you that already.
Yeah, probably. Sorry.
Don't be. Just pay attention to my orders and obey. So you shall cross the bridge under frenemy fire. You shall destroy exactly 0 catapults on your way. And you shall meet your supervisor in the temple.
I thought I would be answering directly to you.
Oh, the burden of popularity. Rest assured that everybody answers to me in the end. So, no excuses, no idling. Go directly there and follow the orders you will get. We need to get this train wreck of a war back on track. And yes, we will need those catapults intact for that.